What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Double Dribble. Before we get into the video, I just want to quickly say if you're a fan of basketball, whether it be high school, college, or the NBA, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Join the conversation. We love interacting with you guys in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button, and please watch this video all the way to the end because it helps out more than you guys know. So let's get right into the video. Today we're going to be looking at Daishen Nix. He is a first-year guy with the G League, NBA G League Ignite team. He's a 6'5", 224-pound point guard. He averaged 8.8 points per game, 5.3 rebounds per game, and 5.3 assists per game. So he kind of did a little bit of everything. He can't find his shooting percentages on online here for some reason with the G League Ignite team. It's a little bit weird to find, but those are his averages. So like I said, he did a little bit of everything. And now let's go ahead and look at some of his strengths. Alright, so looking at Nix, some of his strengths. He has good size for his position. Being a 6'5", kind of point guard, a little bit of a common guard, but I'd say more so a point guard. He does have good size for his position. 224 pounds too, so he'll be able to hold his weight against some of the other, bigger guards. He also is a good ball handler. Has great court vision, and his ability, has the ability to pass the ball. Like I said, he averaged 5 assists per game, so that's huge for him. He can pass the ball. He can score the ball. He isn't a great shooter from what I've seen, but he can make some shots. He has the ability to get to the paint, and he can finish in the paint. He isn't an above the rim finisher, but he is crafty around the rim. He's got floater. He's got different, double clutch layups, things like that to finish over length in the NBA. He does have that going for him. And really, he's a good point guard. He's kind of quick. He's a little bit shifty. He can be creative at times. Like I said, he makes the right reads. He can get by defenders, get into the paint, and make the right reads. So he's kind of a do-it-all point guard, and I know some teams are going to love that in the NBA. So now let's go ahead and look at some of his weaknesses. So looking at some of his weaknesses, I had mentioned before that he is an explosive athlete. He does play below the rim, which isn't ideal, but he is a point guard, so isn't that much of a difference for him, or bad thing for him since he's a point guard. He does have good creativity, but at the NBA level, some of these shots or layups he takes might not work in the NBA with longer players, more athletic players. So he does maybe need to work on that a little bit. He also, I did mention he has a floater, but other than that, he doesn't really have much of a mid-range. It's kind of just get to the paint where it can be congested or clogged up, and from there he doesn't have a whole lot of options. Another thing that is kind of a weakness is he can be turnover prone. Did say he averages 5 assists per game, but he can turn the ball over, get stripped, not make the right read, things like that. But when you have the ball in your hands a lot in the point guard, some things like that could happen. So really, his weaknesses are just trying to incorporate more of a pull-up game, so he doesn't have to just strictly get to the rim and try to finish there. If he could add more of a mid-range pull-up or a little bit deeper floaters, that'd be huge for him. So let's go ahead and look at it, or talk about the conclusion now. So in conclusion, Nix will be kind of a mid to late round, our first round draft pick in this year's NBA draft. I think that playing in the G League and playing at that physical level, and playing against grown men that some of them have been in the NBA before, has helped him out more than if he would have just played in college. I think he'll just be a good, solid, do-it-all kind of point guard. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Kyle Lowry, just kind of a bigger, thicker point guard out there. But leave your thoughts in the comments down below. We're sure to interact with you guys. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.